We'll be practicing eccentric movement, which is essentially the lengthening move of the muscle while also engaging. There are also concentric movements and isometric movements that we talk about in yoga. You can find lots of YouTubes on these actions, but we'll be focusing in this practice on eccentric movement, lengthening the muscle with control. We'll start in a high lunge. In the high lunge with your hands right to the top of your knee, you can draw forward slightly, bend your back knee, come toward a straight back leg. Just slow and steady movements as you bend your back knee, come toward a straight leg, and pull in from the back foot. That's the isometric action. As you just get a little bit more length to the quads, drawing in, pulling in from the back foot to lengthen out. Step your back foot forward, step your right foot back. Place your hands right above your knee. Again, you can bow forward if that makes it a little bit more balanced for you. Bend your right knee, come toward a straight leg, bend your right knee, and straighten, bend your right knee, and straighten. One more time, bend your right knee, and slowly come toward a straight leg. Step your back foot forward. Now with your knees bent, draw your hands forward. Again, you can lean slightly forward if you wish, in the same way that we were doing. Just draw your pelvis down. Now with both knees bending, just see if you can slowly come down and rise up. And slowly pull in toward the midline with the feet to draw down and rise up and draw down and rise up and draw down and rise up. Come to all fours position. In all fours position, you can lift your feet up in this action. As you lower yourself down toward the mat, just slow, nice, steady action, drawing down. Release your feet. Inhale, lift up. So you're expanding the front side of the body, engaging at the same time. Release down. Inhale, pulse up, hug your elbows in. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, rise up. Exhale and soften. Come to all fours position. And try that again. Your feet can be on the mat, your feet can be lifted off the mat, your choice. Your knees can be lifted so that you come from a plank position to lower yourself to the mat. So you get this nice lengthening action in the triceps as you come down. You get a nice lengthening and engagement action of the front body as you draw from the pelvis all the way to the heart to get this nice lengthening quality. And one more time, just pulsing up with the breath. Exhale, release down. Come to all fours position again. And make your way to a kneeling position. For some of us, we need a little padding when we're kneeling. So folding your mat an extra thickness might be useful. With your toes tucked under, with your hands to your low back, or you can even have your hands forward. I like hands to the low back. It just reminds me to lengthen from the tailbone down toward the earth. As you hug your elbows in with a nice elongation of the front body, draw back just slightly and lift up. And draw back, maybe even deeper. Lift up. Nice engagement, this eccentric action. Quads are lengthening, front body's lengthening, and rise up. Now the trick is to slow it down a little bit more. Just coming into the stretch with engagement. And lift slowly out. 2 more cycles. Draw back. Lift up. 1 more. Draw back. Lift up. The pumping action in ustrasana just allows for that recognition of this full engagement on the front side of the body. Come to sit with your feet forward. Draw your fingers in the same direction as the toes. In this action, we'll be hugging the elbows in, drawing the elbows down, lifting up. Press down through the base of the index fingers as you hug the elbows in to lift up. You bend the elbows, they get length to the back side of the arms and strength. Come to 2 more actions. Hugging in to lift up. Bend your elbows, hug into the midline, lift up. And maybe even lift up the pelvis so that you get a nice stretch to the front side of the body. And release your pelvis down to the mat. Come to a bridge position. Lie on your back with your knees bent. Press your elbows down. Lift your pelvis up. Get this nice fullness of the upper chest. Now walk your feet away from your heart. Keep a nice lift as you inch the feet a little bit further from your heart. Keep a nice fullness in the front side of the body. Walking out or inching out, as it were, to find this fullness even as you engage nicely. Now walk in. You get a nice lifting quality to the heart. Release your pelvis down. Another way to engage the muscles of the leg in this eccentric action is to grab a towel, place it at the very end of your mat, or maybe your feet will slide just naturally on your floor. But place your feet on the towel. Come to the bridge pose. Press your heels down especially, and reach your heels out in the same way that we were walking our feet away from the heart. You extend, and now pull your feet in. Inhale, lift your pelvis up. Reach your feet away. Just let the towel slide away very slowly, keeping that engagement. Now let the pelvis draw down. Pull your feet in. And a third time. Inhale, lift up. Got a nice stretch to the front side. And as you reach your feet away from you, you engage nicely. Draw your pelvis down and pull in. Allow yourself this time to release your arms and your legs. Get a nice ease to your breath. A softness to your facial muscles. You breathe in deep and out long. Nice ease to the breath. Softness to the facial muscles. You allow the breath to nourish the muscles. You discover an inner stillness. So reside in the ease. You breathe in deep and out long. You breathe in deep and out long. Breathe in deep and out long. Breathe in freely. Breathe out naturally. Enjoy this pose, assimilating the actions for the practice. This pose of restoration and rejuvenation.
Namaste.